Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about whether or not ExpressVPN is an easy VPN to use and whether or not you're going to need to have any background knowledge in VPNs or cybersecurity or networking or anything like that. And the answer here is not at all. Express is actually one of, if not the easiest VPN to use on the market. And I'm going to tell you in this video everything you need to know. What a VPN basically is, it stands for Virtual Private Network. And it's basically going to add a step in your internet connection that will hide and protect everything that you're doing on the internet. So everything you're doing will be private and secure. Nobody will be able to get any of your personal information. And it's also going to connect you up to a secure server somewhere else in the world and make it seem to anybody, any website that you visit on the internet, as if you're in that new location. So that's again gonna not only give you more privacy, but it will also allow you to access certain websites or services that you may not have been able to access before where you currently live. One of the most common uses for this is streaming content. So let's say, Netflix only offers certain shows in the UK, but you live in the US. So you can use ExpressVPN, connect over to a computer or a server in the UK, and then when you go into Netflix, you'd be able to access all that content. And I'll show you how to do that right now here with ExpressVPN. It's super simple. All you'd have to do is open it up, go to this location bar right here, click on it, and then just pick the location that you want to connect to. Here, you're going to have your recommended locations. You have the favorites. Now you can make something a favorite by just going and clicking on the little star right there, or you can go to all and you're going to have them all here listed by continent. And by the way, as of now, ExpressVPN has 105 countries available. And across those countries, you have 3,000 plus servers or basically computers that you can connect to and get that new connection that will make it seem as if you're somewhere else. So you can basically make it seem as if you're in one of those 105 countries. Now you can also search for one. So like I said, let's say you wanted to connect up to a server in the UK and make it seem as if you were there. I can just go here, type United Kingdom, and I will have this option right here. I can either click on United Kingdom or I can click on this arrow and I will have a few more options within the UK. So I can connect up to London by just clicking on it or double clicking on it and then just going over to the big connection button, click connect. And in just a second, I'm going to be connected up. And that's all there is to it. Now, if you go over to the internet, any website that you visit will think that you are now in the UK. And again, that's because the VPN is connecting you up to a computer over in the UK, and then you're getting your connection sent over to the internet. So because of that step that's added, every website that you visit will think you're in the UK and not where you're physically located. Now they've added over here on the bottom these shortcuts. So after you connect, you can just click on one of these and get quickly over to whatever website or application you want. And I'm going to show you how to set this up in a second. Now, for most people, 99% of the time, what I just told you right there is all you're going to need to know in order to use ExpressVPN. Just pick the location that you want over here and then click the connect button. And that's pretty much it. Minimize it, go do whatever you need to do on the computer. That's all you're going to need. And with that information, you would be ready to try out ExpressVPN for yourself. And in order to do that, I have a discount link for you in the description below that will save you some extra money if you do want to try it out. But just to add on a little bit here, I'm going to teach you a little bit about the other features that ExpressVPN comes with. So if you go to this little menu right here and you click options, you're going to have a few different more advanced settings here. Now you have your startup options, which is basically just how Express will launch on startup, but you also have two other things here, one called network lock and one called split tunneling. Now, network lock is what's called by most other VPNs as a kill switch. And what this does is cut off your internet connection if the VPN ever stops working. And you're going to want to use this in situations where you're connected to a network that is not secure. So like a public Wi-Fi network, something like a hotel or other types of networks like that that may not be the most secure. And you want to make sure that everything that you're doing on the internet is going through the VPN and you're never connected to the internet without the VPN. So in that situation, you can enable the network lock over here and it will make sure that if the VPN ever stops working for whatever reason, your internet will also get cut off and you won't be connected to the internet anymore. One other feature here, which is also standard on pretty much every VPN, is called split tunneling. Now I have to disable the VPN over here just to show you this. So let's disconnect that. Now, what this will allow you to do is decide exactly what you want the VPN connected to and what you don't want the VPN connected to. Because the default option is that when you enable the VPN, everything that you're doing on the internet is going through the VPN, is going to get that new location like UK or wherever it is that you're connecting to, but you can decide to only let specific things use the VPN. So you can click here, do not allow selected apps to use the VPN. and then you can just go and click plus and add whichever applications you don't want connecting up with the VPN, and then everything else will be using the VPN. Likewise, you can also click allow selected apps to use the VPN, and then only the things that you add to the list will be going through the VPN and everything else will not be using the VPN. So if you ever are in a situation where you don't want everything connected up to the VPN, maybe you just want something specific using the VPN, you can do that with split tunneling. Now, getting back into the menu over here, the options, you have advanced protection. So this will just allow you to block trackers and ads and maybe some other things that you don't want. And then you have your protocol. Now, if you don't want to get complicated about the protocol, you just want to keep it simple, just click automatic. And that means that the VPN will decide which protocol is the best for you. Just click automatic, you can forget about it. If you want to know a little bit more, then what a protocol is, it's basically like the messenger between the VPN and the internet. So just like different messenger services or different delivery services, some are faster, some may be more secure, and some may be more available in different places. The same thing is with a protocol. So some protocols are faster, some are more available across different networks and different places, and some are going to be more secure. So here you basically have two general options, lightweight and OpenVPN. OpenVPN is the older and more widespread option here, but it's also not as fast as the newer lightweight option. So if you want the fastest option here, lightweight UDP is going to be the one to go with. Both of these two happen to be very secure, so you don't really have to worry about that, but just lightweight is a little bit faster, where OpenVPN is a little bit more available across different networks. And lastly, over here, you have the option to customize your shortcuts. So you can do that right here, and that will change the menu that you see when you connect up in the VPN. And that is all there is to ExpressVPN. Like I said, most of the time you're just going to be picking a location, clicking connect, and that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little walkthrough over here. If you want to find out more about Express or some other VPNs such as NordVPN and Surfshark, I will have some links for you in the description below, including some discount links that will save you some extra money on any of these, depending on whichever one you want to go with. There will be a link that will get you a discount in the description below, so you can check that out. That's it for this video, guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.